Welcome to Cake of the Month. Once a month, I'll bring you a new cake recipe that highlights the unique charm of scalloped and fluted tube and Bundt pans. From classic flavors to bold new creations, these recipes are sure to impress and inspire. Ready to see what's baking today? Let's get started. Today we're going to make my tiramisu cake, and as always, the link to the recipe can be found in the description below. Now we'll start off in the stand mixer, have your paddle attachment handy, and we're going to get our softened unsalted butter in. I'm going to need a spatula for this. And then we're going to cream this with granulated sugar. Now this takes about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll get our recipe moving from there. All right, now we're going to add our room temperature eggs one at a time and get each egg fully combined before adding the next. Let's stop and scrape. After your eggs are fully incorporated, time for vanilla extract. Now let's prepare our other ingredients. In a medium bowl, I have all-purpose flour, and to this I'm adding kosher salt and baking powder. Give this a quick whisk, get these ingredients combined. Then in another bowl, I've got some whole Greek yogurt that's room temperature, and then to this I'm adding whole milk, and we'll whisk all of this together to get it nice and combined. And then we can start to get everything into the mixing bowl. With your stand mixer on a low speed, you're going to start by adding your dry ingredients first, and we'll add the dry ingredients in 3 additions with 2 additions of our yogurt mixture. Now for the fun part. We're going to divide our batter so we get this beautiful marbling in the cake. So I have in another bowl some bittersweet chocolate that has been melted and slightly cooled. And then to this, I'm gonna add some instant espresso powder. Say that 5 times over. We're gonna whisk this together and get that espresso powder combined with the chocolate. Then we'll take half of our cake batter and incorporate it into the chocolate and espresso powder here in the bowl. Once you have your chocolate mixture combined with the batter, we can bring in our pan. We are gonna bake this in the 6-cup Charlotte pan, and this is one of my favorite pans. I love the details, and it's so beautiful to serve as a 1-layer cake. The pan has been sprayed with a baking spray with flour, so now we're ready to get our batter in. So this is where it gets fun. We're gonna take each batter and we're gonna alternate dollops of the batter into the cake pan. And you're just gonna alternate or leave space between and come back and just be creative, have fun. Now, because of the beautiful details of the pan and the alternating dollops, we need to get everything settled and into the pattern of the pan. So take a kitchen towel and place it on your kitchen counter, and then you're gonna firmly tap to settle the batter in the pan. Then take a wooden skewer and you're gonna swirl these batters together. So this is gonna give you even more of the marbling that you want to see when you cut into this delicious cake. Now, off to the oven. Baking instructions are in the recipe, but you've got a 350-degree oven, and after baking, you let it cool for 10 minutes in the pan, and then turn it out on a wire rack to cool completely. We'll finish this cake with a beautiful whipped mascarpone. So we'll still use the stand mixer, and in the bowl, I already have some mascarpone cheese, and I am using Bel Gioioso because it's so amazing, and you should use it too. To this, I'm adding confectioner's sugar, I'm using kosher salt and vanilla extract. And we're just gonna get this combined with the whisk, and then we'll add our heavy whipping cream after we have this nice and smooth. With the mascarpone mixture nice and smooth, now I'm gonna increase the speed of the stand mixer, and I'm gonna add cold, heavy whipping cream until we have some soft peaks. All right. Let's scrape this around the bowl, fight with it a minute, and then you too can have your beautiful whipped mascarpone to put on our cake. Look at that beautiful cake. Time to finish it off with our whipped mascarpone. And take your spatula and get some nice swoops here. Well, we're not done yet. We've got a little bit of unsweetened cocoa powder that we're just gonna sift over the top. A beautiful finish. Okay, now it's time to take a bite. But first, thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. The description does include the link to the recipe and information about how you can be a part of the Bake From Scratch community. And please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and bake this recipe too so that you'll never miss another delicious moment. Preheat your ovens, everybody. It's time to bake and time for me to eat this cake.